Banana clones. 6 or 7 potatoes at the roots of a potato plant all have the same genes. Genes is how to say genes. Potatoes from one plant are clones. Clones. Genes are joined to make the long chemicals called chromosomes. Chromosomes. There are 64 chromosomes in a horse. 46 in a human, 64 in a horse. Oh, wow. There are 46 chromosomes in a human. 23 from each parent, paired up to make 23 pairs of chromosomes. The 23 pairs of chromosomes, have had some oxygen removed, so they are called deoxy. Deoxy. The chromosomes are in the nucleus, so they are nuclei. Nucleic. Chromosomes are acids. Chromosomes are called DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. To make rye. To make a clone of a horse, all of the DNA is taken from the donor nucleus and ejected into the horse's egg cell. Yes, it could be a skin cell you take the DNA from. Several have been used. Dolly the sheep, it was a cell from the udder of another sheep. Yes, the udder's mammary glands. Anyway, females have mammary glands. It is taken from the donor cell and injected into the horse's egg cell. This is now called a fused cell. Fused. The fused cell is placed in a female horse called the surrogate. Surrogate. Yes, surrogate mothers are ladies that carry somebody else's baby. The surrogate mother horse has a normal pregnancy. Yeah, horses, it's going to be about 9 months. Humans, 9 months. Elephants, 12 months. Clones have identical genes to the donor. Cloning is asexual reproduction. Sex means gender. Lots of people think sex means the actual act. Lots of times, yes, it's only biologists that mean sex when they say gender, male, female. Means without sex. Yeah, that's the other sort of sex, the actual doing it. Only a female is needed for asexual reproduction. Bacteria, strawberries, and the giant lizards called Komodo dragons all produce natural clones by asexual reproduction. Identical twins are also natural clones, made when one fused egg splits to make 2 embryos, and they grow into 2 identical babies. What the twins do with their lives changes their genes. Yes, turns genes on and off. Twins can be very different people. This is called epigenetics. There's a picture of some bananas. Expensive plants are cloned by tissue culture. Flowers, really beautiful flowers are done this way. Tissue culture is a few cells of a plant tissue going in a laboratory, in a small dish of nutrient agar into a new plant. growing in a laboratory in a small dish into a new plant. Bananas propagate to make clones via the roots or suckers. Propagate. Apples are all clones. It's very difficult to grow an apple from the seed. There's like 1,000 in 1 chance that as any apple seed you plant is going to get apples that are nice. And so when we've got some nice ones, we chop bits off the apple tree, stick them onto the bad apple tree, and grow good apple trees. They're all clones. The bottom bits, the roots, are the bad apple tree. The apple tree that was growing bad apples. And you chop it off just above the roots and stick in just a tiny amount of from the good apple tree, and yeah, you get the best of both worlds. You get strong roots and the apples you want to eat. Genetic engineering takes one gene from one organism and puts it into another. Cutting up the human DNA is done with restriction enzymes. Ah yes, it's called CRISPR. Removing one gene from the nuclear DNA is done using a nuclease. Then the gene is placed into the bacteria's DNA, called a plasmid. Yeah, bacteria DNA is called plasmids. Now the bacteria can reproduce insulin using the human insulin gene. Yes, that's how insulin's made nowadays. It used to be made by nicking it from horses. Insulin is the medicine needed to keep people with diabetes alive. Genetic engineering genetic engineering. Have I got engineering already? I think I've said the word. Okay, looking for engineering. We're looking for engineering, everybody. Try and find where did I say the word engineering? Okay, I've gone unable to read. I think I'm going to have to. Let's change that. Okay. Genetic engineering is also called genetic modification, GM. Genetic modification has produced the high-yield, insect-resistant, drought-resistant crops we need to feed the growing human meat-eating population. Yes, if everyone starts eating meat, which people in China and India, that's like a third of the world, they're all suddenly eating loads of meat, as much or a little bit less than what people in the West do, and that's meaning we have to grow 3 times the amount of crops. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, 46 in all. Chromosomes are made of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. That's the D, the R and the A. Strawberries clone by growing roots above the ground called runners. Bacteria asexually split to make clones. Komodo dragons are the world's biggest man-killing lizards, and they can clone by making eggs with a full set of chromosomes, called virgin birth. To make a clone of a human, get one cell by rubbing the inside of the donor's mouth with a cotton bud. Fuse this DNA into an empty egg cell. Sometimes you get that from other people, other ladies. Put into a surrogate mother's uterus. The fused cell. into a surrogate mother's uterus. Cool! Did you spot the mistake that I made? I made one spelling mistake for you to find. Press my picture to get more of my videos. Press like, press subscribe. Bye!